Today is April 22nd. Aaron Boone joins us on the show. We talk about the Yankees and the state of play and the players. It's fun time. It's a good time.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jay. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD in the corner. It is Earth Day, so happy Earth Day to those who celebrate Earth Day. Also, thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring the show. As always, they've got an app. They got a color scale. Green means good. Red means bad. They've got a number scale, 1 through 10. You cannot botch it. You're going to find good value tickets, SeatGeek, and their app, where you can use code YANKS 2025 and get 10% off any order. It's code YANKS 2025 for 10% off any order. Jake, how do you do? Welcome to the show.
That's huge. James, Davis, everyone tuning in. I'm doing okay. That Cleveland game was funky. It's a funky start time. You're down 6-0. The vibes are bad. It's 0-0, and then it was 4-0 after 2 or 3 pitches. So that stung a little bit. I'm okay. I'm ready for, and I debated if this should be brought up with Boone, but we've got after these Guardian games, we've got a nice off day, and then I think 3 AL East matchups. That it's okay, I'm ready to really sink my teeth into that. And yeah, I don't know, the vibes were just bad last night in Cleveland. That I just hope we don't end up on the recap app being like, man, this Cleveland said all the games were an hour early, and I don't know, the bullpen was tired, and let's get the hell out of Cleveland. And that was kind of the vibe through 6 innings yesterday. But again, the Yankees bats did show decent life by the end of the game. And yeah,
This curveball was nasty.
Yes. Unless you're Dominguez. Huh?
Saw it a lot. He saw it a lot. We asked Boone. Jake asked Boone about the Austin Wells strike out pitch where Boone was really yelling at the umpire, even though it was dead center strike. And that's a fun conversation. We asked him about some other stuff. Not really at the place in the season where there's anything to kind of really needle or have a healthy debate. And make sure you stick around to the very end because Boone kind of showed us up. I don't or anointed us as his best friend. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think it was. But
did Aaron Boone dunk on us at the end of the episode, or
was it a friendly
or
dunking?
are things better than ever? That's
the options, right?
Which is tricky.
Yeah.
Fine line.
Also, if you're watching on the YouTube, you can take a look at Jake's shirt, and you can watch me. I'm going to take off my shirt, and I think I did this right. Maybe it's an old one. It's an old one. We got brand new shirts. The merch team here at John Boy Media made a whole bunch of new Talkin' Yanks shirts. And for the live listeners and the people that listen to the show right away, I said, let's give them a discount code because those are the lifeblood of everything we're doing. So thank you very much. 20% off with code WEAVE, WEAVE.
How do we get that code?
I said, make the code WEAVE. I mean, what's the best thing in life right now?
Oh, is that?
You want people to be happy. You type in that code WEAVE and hit enter, you're like, fuck yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like him throwing a fastball. So I like the 2 whistling guys a lot.
Believe in
Weave.
Weave.
That one. That's my favorite one.
Is that us?
Could be. Could be you, could be them, could be everyone. Let's break away from this chatter.
Break away,
And go into Boone.
That's a play on Runaway from Crooked Ways, Zach Esposito's band. Today's Bantering with Boone interview is presented by T-Mobile. T-Mobile's got the best 5G coverage in the game, so no matter where baseball takes us, whether it's a series out west in Seattle or a stop in Kansas City, I know I'm staying connected. It's a game changer. Game changer. You're constantly on the road. You can stream all the Yankees' 3 wins over the Rays this weekend. Could have been 4. Check the lineups, even sneak in a few video calls during all of it. When you're with T-Mobile, you've got magenta status, which means you're seriously leveling up your away game experience. We're talking perks like discounted tickets to select MLB games, deals on hotels, rental cars, and free in-flight Wi-Fi. You got it. And we're definitely using that for our Derby trip this year. So whether you're in the warehouse, the dugout, or watching from 30,000 feet up, T-Mobile's got your back. Big thanks to our partners at T-Mobile for keeping us connected and being part of the Talkin' Yanks crew this season. Learn more at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
Welcome back to another Bantering with Boone. Boone joins us from Cleveland. Hello, nice to have you, Boone.
Nice.
I had an opening question, and I blanked on it right away.
Thanks for joining us.
So, it was going to be this. Any breaking news? I'm going to do that every show now. Just anything going on?
I've not heard anything, so.
Okay. No roster moves or anything?
Never know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds like maybe. Let's just dive right into it because there's some fun topics that happened in the last week, and then we can have a broader discussion on them just as whole. One is the scorekeeping and Fried thinking he's got no hitter, and then it gets overturned. Now, we agree with you that the hit ruling is fine. Right. He's fast. So more of the conversation in general, letting fans know like that whole situation, and then we have some solutions to present to you to see what you think. But
Okay.
What is the statute of limitations of when a rule is official? It's 24 hours right now?
Of when a rule.
A hit.
A ruling.
Oh, I think it's longer than that because like players can appeal something. And I think there's a little more time than that. So I don't know for sure what it is. So you'll have, a few times a year, post game, someone will file a, whatever grievance or petition to overturn something or change it. But I don't know the time limit on it.
And what goes into the player appeal? That's what I want to ask. There's the viral video of Big Papi who interrupted the post-game press conference and was like, they better change that, which was a funny moment. But that's kind of the only insight I've had. Is it common for players to appeal hit error?
No, I wouldn't say common. I'd say it definitely happens a few times a year, but not much more than that. There's times when, I'll look up at the press box and like, what are we doing? So that's pretty much it.
Did you ever appeal as a player? Do you have?
No. Other than looking up from first base or second base and saying, well, that's a hit or whatever.
Do you know the scorekeepers? It's just a man up there that dictates,
or woman,
a person that dictates just their opinion on a play. It's a little wild. It's baseball.
Yeah.
Last year there was Nolan Shanuel had an on base streak going, and it retroactively got appealed, and it goes to a players committee. I think Brandon Phillips is on it, and there were some other players on it, and then they handled the appeal. I deep dove into it last year, but it is a really odd thing. Oh. My question is, or my solution is that you make that statute of limitations smaller for the scorekeeper to change his mind. It's probably because they couldn't get to replays until after the game. Now you get every angle right away. It should be like an inning or two.
Game, if it's not a player appeal, have it be, that inning. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
He's got a commercial break or two. He can just watch the replay, and because that situation's a bummer as an entertainment industry of alerting.
You know what? Fan. I think you're right.
Whoa.
Yes. All right, we'll send it to the league.
That's a good idea.
I'll draft it up. You sign it. I sign it. We send it to Bobby Manfred.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's got
But
Morgan
it is,
Sword?
I understand. Morgan Sword, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the players being able to appeal after the fact and it goes to a committee. I'm not trying to take that away, but if the guy is just changing his mind, he should be on a little bit of a timer.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. Well, we navigated that perfectly.
That's huge.
You said that, and I don't know if this is you just being, still in the heat of the moment and you want to walk it back or dig into it, but you said they throw errors up at Yankee Stadium on the board, and then we go to these other places and they fire up a hit with the best of them. And
Very true.
Do you think that's your scorekeeper is unbiased at Yankee Stadium, or you just don't know?
It just depends how you look at it. But you go to a game at Yankee Stadium, like if you're questioning it, it's going to be an error. If you're like, what is it? Error's going on the board.
Feels like
whereas there's plays on the road that are, they cannot throw hit up there fast enough.
Well, there's always two sides to the fight, right? Like, because the Yankees pitcher, he wants the error, not the hit, and the Yankees fielder wants. Yeah. I guess when you have a player and you appealed, you got to take into the guy you're hurting on the other side of it. Like, what if that's your buddy over there? And you're screwing up his.
And like, what's how consequential was it? Did it lead to runs for a pitcher? All that.
Do you believe in the old saying, the first one's got to be a real one? Like the first hit has to be a real hit, no questions about it. I remember I went to a no-hitter. The Red Sox got no hit by the A's. I think it was Sean Manaea. And the first one, they ruled it an error because it was like, and he ends up getting a no-hitter. And that was what all the talking heads said.
I think I could be the scorekeeper and decide hit or error, and it's black and white to me. It's either, with deciding hit or error, there's a lot of gray in there, but if I think it's a hit or error, that's that.
What about there was another detective situation going on in Tampa, and my buddy's also on the case, and I think there's more coming out on it today. The judge non-homer. You guys have taken a lot of batting practice at that stadium. You guys have taken a lot of swings in general at that stadium. Depending which camera angle you look at, one looks like an obvious homer, one looks like, I don't think so. Do you guys have more camera angles there? And is there anything else you can do? Like, is there any appeal process there? Because this guy's hit historic home runs before.
Yeah. No, I don't think there is. There's no appeal process there. Look, I think, obviously it's a little more challenging, not in a big league park, with a shorter foul pole and everything, and not a third deck. I would propose like that call going to the home plate umpire, because if you've ever stood around the cage, and as hitters, like, we hit that ball, and as a hitter, like, if it's fair or foul, like we do it all the time in BP, like you watch it, fair or foul. And so there are a couple triggers for me that made me know it was fair. Was, I think, the replay, but Judge, how he started to go into his trot after it.
Sure.
Like, so he knew. Louis Rojas turned right to me and was like, that's a fair ball. Caminero thought it was fair. But I would say, and when I went and argued with Scott Berry at third, like, he's like, it's, basically how tough a call it was. And I think it's tougher there for the third base umpire, because he's got to turn around and find the ball again.
Right.
And then he's looking up from a shorter angle. So you're saying, well, he's closer to it. But I would say, that's like being in the front row of a movie. It's not necessarily the best. Whereas I think at home plate, you follow the flight of the ball the whole time and see it. I think it might be an easier call, fair or foul home runs, for the home plate umpire.
Yeah, when you watch the replay, which I've done, and I've done some, I call it science by editing. It's backed by no one and believed by little, but I believe in it. And I raised the foul pole, and then I looked at the umpire to be like this, and yeah, I realized there's no way he can pick up that ball. there's no backdrop where the white just pops up until it hits the trees. So,
Right.
and unless you're tracking it off the bat, there's no way you just look at the white sky and see a white ball like that. You'd have to have trained your whole life to do that. And then he squats down. Like halfway through, he's changing his head level and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's searching for it.
So I'll give you. So when I got traded to the Yankees, about 2-3 weeks into my Yankee, I hit a 9th inning home run off Jorge Julio.
Whoops.
Down the line at Camden Yards. And the third, so I hit it, and as a hitter, you watch it, and I'm like looking to make sure it stays fair. Boom. I saw it go fair. I knew it was fair, and I started into my trot. Third base ump calls it foul. I George Brett it across the field. Like, no, that's a homer. And sure enough, the third base coach or umpire asked the home plate umpire, and this is before you could go to replay, obviously, he overruled them.
Oh, nice.
Mike Hargrove comes out and gets kicked out of the game, and I'm going across home plate like, Grover, that's a homer. And the same thing with Judge, how he says, like, it's a home run.
So at most, you guys can ask the home plate umpire to overrule if he thinks he also saw it.
What's that?
In live time, like Bochy did this with the Josh Young ground ball. He asked Vic Carapazzi, home plate ump, like, well, I can't challenge this. Can you overrule it? And I read Vic's lips, and he said, if I thought it was foul, I would overrule him on that call. So that's what would have been the mechanism in place to change it, but it didn't happen. Bummer. Do you know, I went and looked up Judge. He has another home run that Yankee fans know very well that they ruled
in Boston.
They ruled it a triple. It was at Yankee Stadium. There might be one in Boston. You were on the call, 2017.
I was on the call. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, it was against the Red Sox on Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah. And the fan catches it. And I was looking at that. I was like, oh, you were on the call. And you were on his side.
Yeah.
Still are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have something from the opposite side of that. We grew up with this Yankees dream world, the 90s Yankees. Kangaroo Court was a thing we just heard a lot about. Mariano Rivera, like, has an argument for the best baseball player to ever play the game. He's the judge, and anything would get appealed or looked at. I'm not sending shots fired at this guy because it's a long game yesterday. The Yanks are coming back. It's exciting. Wellesley takes a strike 3 that I don't know if you saw the replay. It ends up having a lot of the plate. And, hey, it's the end of the game. Things are getting hot. And Wellesley's your catcher, and he's a guy that doesn't complain a lot. But he takes that, and he's mad about it. It was pretty in there. You're defending your guys, and there's other pitches. Is there anything after the game that you look at that one and you're like, Wellesley, I'm going to have your back, but that one's got a lot of plate.
Yeah, definitely do that sometimes with like, hey, let's be right on these sometimes. I thought it was. I think Naylor pulled it down a little bit, so Nick definitely got that one right. It did feel kind of low, but yeah, they got it right. So you got to tip your cap and move on. But no, Wellesley's pretty good at knowing usually. So sometimes, obviously, I don't always know, especially side to side sometimes. So I'll try and get a feel from as they're walking back, you got it off, or so I start to get some context of the zone, and then you get it revealed to you a little bit as the game unfolds.
My mom had a rule for us as kids. She said, listen, I'm going to defend you no matter what. So you better not make an idiot out of me. And that's kind of like yeah. It's like, okay. So if I told, like, teacher was being rude or I didn't do it, she's like, I got your back. But if you make an idiot out of me, now we're both going to be dumb.
I've a couple times to players over the years, I've said, hey, that's 2 in a row. You've, stood up there like this is a ball and I'm at your defense. Like, let's be right. I have said that exact same thing.
You got 2 guys up the middle. Jazz has got ejected for disagreeing with a call situation where he got the pitch before, then that one was wrong. Umpire won both ways. Anyway, that's not my question. Jazz gets ejected. He's been unhappy with the strike zone a lot early in the season. He's kind of going through it. He gets a big home run yesterday, which felt good. A lot of 2-strike homers from the Yanks, which is fun.
Yeah, 6 of his 7 are 2-strike homers.
Yeah. Him and Volpe played every game, started every game. Same with Judge. They're both kind of going through it a little bit here on this long bunch of games together. Any chance? I know Jazz gets the day off Friday, but is that part of the formula? Like you've been using the bench with Grisham so much more than last year. So I was wondering if that's something you'll do with Peraza, give him a breather.
With giving who a breather?
Both guys up the middle. You got a glove on the bench.
Yeah, I've considered both those guys. I almost gave Jazz a day the Sunday in Tampa or one of the days here. Haven't done it yet. Volpe I've considered, but haven't yet.
Okay.
It's on
your radar.
Yeah.
Jazz gives himself a day by tweeting in the clubhouse his opinion on the call, which everyone knew his opinion, and he said, "I don't understand why I can't do that. Like, why am I not allowed to voice my opinion?" You want any comment on that? Do you think? Well, I don't know. I mean, a suspension for just tweeting, like you guys know it. Judge says in the post-game press conference that they got the call wrong. It was a home run, but we'll move on. That's different than tweeting. I don't know.
Yeah, no tweeting.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me do fake beat reporter for a minute. I know you're not going to allude to any transactions, but we've got Johnny Loizaga's throwing. Clayton Beaters put in minor league innings. What DJ I think starts rehab today. So can you give us any timelines on those guys?
Loizaga has one more live tomorrow, and then he's pitching Saturday in Tampa, which will start his clock.
Yeah.
On his rehab. And then, DJ starts today. He'll play, I think 3 or 4 days this week. I think he's Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Saturday, Sunday. And Beater is now going, I don't know if he's going to Somerset or Scranton, but he is, the clock has started for him too. So yeah, guys are doing well.
Okay. Does DJ need a full spring training amount of games?
I don't know what once this clock starts for a position player, it's 20 days.
Okay.
So we haven't decided exactly how long we'll go. He's racked up a lot of live ABs over the last week or so, between at Yankee Stadium, couple lives, and then being down in Tampa, getting in some live little ABs and things like that. So he's got quite a few at bats under his belt. So we'll just kind of see and get him built up.
Caldera Lab. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you need to have gross, bad skin. Honesty time. We went to Arizona for spring training. We did a photo shoot. I looked at those pictures 3 months later and said, "Oh my God, Katie, can you help me put lotions on my face so I don't get old and gross looking?" And I've been taking care of my face, and Caldera Lab is making it even easier because they've redefined men's skincare by combining advanced science with high-quality, non-toxic ingredients to create a simple, effective routine that actually works. Each product, like the good, the eye serum, and the base layer, is formulated to support skin health and improve the look and feel of your skin. In a consumer study, men who used Caldera Lab products reported noticeable improvements. 100% said their skin looked smoother and healthier. 96.9% saw an improvement in skin hydration and texture. And 93.8% said their skin had more youthful experience, which everyone wants. So skincare does not have to be complicated, but it should be good. Upgrade your routine with Caldera Lab and see the difference for yourself. Go to calderalab.com/Yanks. and use code Yanks at checkout for 15% off your first order. Awesome. Beebs is going to pull up. I found that home run. It's a 3-run shot. Boone is a big part of the game.
And I was really scuffling when I first came over, and I'm like, I was like, oh, I needed this. This is a go-ahead homer.
Yeah, right down the line. Jorge Julio, August 15th.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there's some shots of Willie's got your back right away.
Okay, Willie's like, no way. Look at that's me jumping.
Yeah.
I'm on third base. I'm like, okay, they're gonna get this right.
Oh,
Wow, Torrey got out pretty quick.
It looks like that the way his body language is saying
Jeff Nelson.
he's going to home plate being like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Did you have a better view?
Timmy Cheetah. Jeff Nelson's like, I didn't see it. Tim Cheetah's like, yeah, it was a homer. And
Oh, come on. Yeah.
here comes Grover.
Wow, you went all the way back to first base.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, Jeter's out right away. Yeah, there's also, in Googling that, I pulled up an article, and your quote there is, what else could possibly be happening? I saw it, and I was a lot of disbelief. And then you said you went up to Joe Torre and said, sorry, Skip, I'm embarrassed. And he said, you're too good of a player, and just keep going. So, yeah, you were feeling pressure.
Yeah, I think I said to him that day after batting practice on the bench, he goes, I just said, sorry, I'm embarrassed. I'm better than this. And he's like, you need to apologize to me the way you play the game. So I appreciated that. Finally got it going a little bit.
I like that.
Awesome. Devin Williams, I want to frame this question about what are you noticing, or like what will you continue to monitor? There's like, because I know it's early. He's got a track record of being an absolute stud, but the walks, the lack of swing and miss, the metrics, are you tuning into any of that, or is it just more about like his presence, how he feels, results? Is there anything that you're monitoring as you watch him pitch these next couple games and these last couple outings?
Yeah, the stuff's good, and the stuff will probably continue to tick up even a little bit. But I mean, he had about as unlucky a one you could have the other day. Like, I know it's noisy early here in the season. It's like, but break down the outing. It's like, I mean, that's just not bouncing your way. And he'll get past this, and we're going to look up. He's still really, really good. And that's what the stuff is showing us. And I think there's room in there for it to even tick up as we get into the season and warms up and things like that. So Devin's going to be fine.
There's a lot of soft contact. The only thing is like the whiff rate is odd, and it's small sample size, so we'll see. But it's the whiff rate on the changeup is down a lot. So I didn't know if that was anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the next level of strike throwing where you're leveraging counts better. He's been behind in some counts, probably more than he normally is. I think once he tightens that up a little bit, you'll see the swing and miss too.
Well, that's like Fernando Cruz. Two different guys ahead in the count or behind. Fernando Cruz ahead in the count is cheat code. If there was a video game, you'd say this is not legal. I mean, he gets strike one. Watch this. I'm going to throw 4 split fork fingers in a row. And the batter's going to look like an idiot. It's more of a fork ball than a splitter.
Yes, it's more of a fork ball. It's filthy. I mean, I've never seen so many bad swings by good hitters on that pitch.
Was there a metric? I feel like they used it on the broadcast that I think was relayed from you that he's drawn the worst swing out of like 30 MLB players, like the furthest their bat has been away from a ball on a swing.
One of the things we'll do every now and then is we'll pull up the side view of guys swinging at it like it's and their bats through the zone. The ball's not even in the picture yet. It's incredible. Like he got Bobby Witt Jr. out a couple times, who's swinging it about as well as you can, and Bobby took a few swings at it like he couldn't see.
Oh, it's wild. It's really fun to watch, and he's gotten now. I mean, I know it's a funky stat the way they do it, but he's gotten 2 saves to his name now. Just bullpen usage. Devin was
6 out save and a 4 out save.
Yes,
pretty good.
Yeah, there's actually been 4 Yankees that have recorded a save this season already.
Are you going to say, can you name them?
Do you know? Well, obviously you know the other 2.
Devin, Weaver, Cruz.
It's an
Leiter?
Yeah, Leiter.
Leiter.
Came for the 1 out in that game in Detroit and got it.
Leiter.
Justin Henry Malloy, fly ball,
Yep.
2-pitch save for Leiter.
Yep.
Do you see Leiter coming out of the bullpen sometimes and have flashbacks to those true 90s, 2000 relievers? It's just the goatee. It's kind of meaty. Like it feels like the baseball we used to watch.
Yeah.
None of this Ian Hamilton jacked reliever stuff. Give me Leiter with the goatee.
Leiter looks good, man.
He does.
And he's throwing the ball really well. He's got kicked up velo. He's getting, there's a lot of different ways he's getting you out right now, which has been really exciting.
This is a little bit baseball loser question, but that's kind of what we do here. Does he remind you of anyone? Because I don't know, man. The amount of first pitch high curve balls and the way he pitches, like I am drawing nothing player comp wise.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of got like that full arsenal for a short reliever, you know, like sinker, four seam, big slow curveball, and then obviously the really good split. So, yeah, and chances are you could see it all within the hitter.
Yeah,
he's fun to watch. He's got a strikeout rate of 78% with 2 strikes. So don't fall behind
Leiter?
Mark. Yeah, Mark Leiter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball well.
Anything you've liked about this batting order? I know because of circumstances, because of tummy aches, and because of parenthood, which we celebrate. You've got a lot of different guys that have batted leadoff or up and down. It's no product of slumping or like changing the lineup for the sake of finding a spark. It's just kind of been happenstance. But I mean, Goldie at first. Did you expect to like it as much as we have? I'm guessing you enjoy it.
You mean in the leadoff spot?
Leadoff spot, yeah. Oh, and at first base has been fun, but I meant leadoff spot.
Yeah, I mean, I like how he's on the days he's in there. He's just kind of taken to it, and it's kind of worked out. I mean, obviously Benny's been great in that spot. Wells, a couple times he's done it. Grish christened it with a homer right out.
Why are you smiling like that when you're talking about Trent Grisham?
What do you mean?
He's been amazing, man. That's why you're smiling. Yeah. He's been awesome, dude.
He's been, man, I mean, he's obviously been great in the field, but man, the at-bats and the power, yeah, excited for him.
It was cool after his leadoff homer. Everyone had that same grin after the leadoff homer, and it's just like, man, You've got the juice right now, huh? Give me a little of that.
Yeah.
Golly. You got anything else, Jimmer?
Ben Rice doing all right?
Yes, he's in there today.
All right.
Oh.
Lead off? Who are you facing?
Yep.
It's Bybee, right?
Bybee.
It's a Bibe. Well, let's give you, I mean, you guys already did a little trivia presented by T-Mobile. Get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile. I got a nice one and a kind of tough one. Which one would you rather have?
Take the nice one.
Okay. Ben Rice has an OPS over 1 dot in his first 19 games of the season. Who are the last 3 Yankees to do that? The first 2 are obvious.
Wait, say it again. Is that how you say it? 1 dot?
No,
we've been working that in.
That's how we say it, but I don't think we're...
And 1,000 OPS?
Yeah, I like that better.
People say 1,100.
You guys probably say RBI, too.
Try it out for size.
Do you guys say RBI or RBIs?
Jake says RBI.
RBI.
No.
RBIs?
Yes.
2 RBIs on the day?
They're ribbies. They're RBIs.
I say ribbies.
I say RBIs.
Yeah, they're RBIs.
But you say points instead of runs, so a lot of people don't like that one. I don't care about that. Everyone gets really up in arms about it, and then Trevor Plouffe will call them refs sometimes instead of umps, and he played for 10 years.
Every time they come out, I say, here come the refs.
Yeah. It's funny what the public tries to gatekeep, and then you hear players and managers they don't care at all, calling them points, getting points on the board.
Try 1 dot on for size just this week. Like when you're 1 dot in this path. That's pretty good. I'm already past the trivia too.
Digress.
Judge, Soto, and Matt Carpenter. Judge,
Wow.
Soto, and Matt Carpenter, their first 19 games as Yankees.
Oh,
Yeah, right? Remember, that was a moment in time. Mustache
Yeah.
and
It was unbelievable.
manlyhood.
Yeah.
That's what Trent's doing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock on wood as I say this, but everything I'm reading in the scouting report today says Bailey or Judge is popping a homer in their first at-bat. I knocked on wood. Or is one of them not playing?
No, they're in there.
Okay. Judge kind of crushes Bobby, and Cody Bellinger likes high fastballs.
Let's go.
All right. See you, Booney. Thank you.
All right, Blanche. See ya.
Wow.
No way. No way.
Recording stopped.
Damn.
Fuck. DraftKings, they say baseball is a marathon, not a sprint, and that's great news for us because there are so many games during this baseball season to get in on the action with our partners at the DraftKings Sportsbook from every game day until the day the champagne bottles pops and the trophy is lifted. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, odds boost, and so much more. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you use code JMBaseball. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use code JMBaseball. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. JMBaseball only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
The crown is yours. And that was Booney. So now that you've listened to the episode, what he blanched us on the way out. Here's what we know about that. He said that Brad Osmuth gets called Blanche sometimes, and then he said, but everyone's kind of a Blanche these days.
Right.
And then he refused to keep going on it. And then at the very end, he said, bye, Blanche.
Which means he's been sitting on that for a week.
It's got the vibe to me that it's like he's calling us like a basic bitch, like a Becky of old. But I don't think that's what he's doing.
I don't know. I mean, we
Cool,
went
sultry, sexy Southern Belle. We've gone over it.
right. We went pretty deep into was that Three's Company or no Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
So yeah, again, the Yankees have a strong 14-9 record. The vibes are still pretty good. Is it the best record in the American League? Yeah, Rangers are 14-9.
It was, yeah.
Central's never mattered. What was that?
Coastal elitist.
Tigers also 14-9. So, yeah, and I guess the other thing when you go up and down the lineup, I think we hit the questions that had to be covered. I do think there's a transaction coming today.
Yeah, he kind of his response to that was a little.
Like
We'll see.
yo,
That's what he said, right? We'll see.
you think so?
I mean, it just makes sense but who do they have to bring up? Hedrick?
Hedrick, Matzik, like that's I was mad I missed Matzik on the way through because he's
You mentioned his name.
Yogo, again, this Yankees bullpen that we've been feeling out. If you go down the list of, okay, the Yankees are up 2 runs. Let's say it's like a 4-2 game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees are up in the 8th inning. If Luke Weaver comes out, what's your emotion?
Joy.
Pure bliss.
Yeah.
Orgasmic.
No, it's actually, I actually get like a little angry.
No, I kind of like it.
Yeah. I woke up itching for a fight. You know, that vibe.
And again, this is regular season, late April. These guys are coming out for the 8th inning. Mark Leiter Jr.
What's the situation?
Hey, you're up 2.
And Mike Leiter's coming out in the 8th
And
inning?
yeah, the bullpen could be tired. Weave could be tired.
Mark Leiter right now, I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it, Mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Go get it, Mark.
Yeah.
Fernando Cruz.
Comes out. I'm like, buckling up. Oh, boy.
Ian Hamilton.
No reaction.
That's fine.
I'm working on that.
That's fine for this exercise.
And I'm putting forth an effort to work on that.
Tim Hill.
No runners on.
Sure.
Tim Hill, if it's lefties, excited because it's crazy
Right.
and demoralizing. If it's righties, I'm nervous.
So there's 2 more names in the bullpen. I'm excluding Devin Williams from this exercise for some purposes.
Okay.
The final two names are Ryan Yarbrough,
Yarby!
who is clearly on this team to be a long reliever and just eat up innings where needed. He threw 56 pitches last Thursday. The final pitcher in this bullpen is Yogo.
Yeah.
That, again, if that's Tyler Matzik, even if that's Clayton Beater, there's a chance after a week we'd be in that same 8th inning regular season game, the bullpen's tired. You'd be like, okay, let's see it, Clayton Beater. Let's see it, Tyler Matzik, where Yogo is not evoking any of those emotions.
No.
So having one more arm in a bullpen that you could use up to or down to and feel good, I think would actually change the whole dynamic of the bullpen a lot.
Yogo has an xFIP minus, which is what Fangraphs does, where you want to be lower, like golf.
Right.
So they do minus instead of like OPS minus instead of OPS plus. It's xFIP. And he is the 7th worst reliever in baseball right now. According to that stat, 62% worse than your average reliever. Like his ERA is 2.7. It's not crazy. Right. So people might be looking at the results numbers. But the metrics, he's got a 20% walk rate, 11% K. It's not good.
More walks than strikeouts from a pitcher you don't see a lot. And
top 6 in xFIP minus?
I don't want
Tim Hill.
Too much of a target on Yogo, but another potential high leverage reliever I think would change the feeling of the bullpen just a little bit right now.
So Tim Hill's just been electric?
That's all he knows. 32nd round pick in 2014.
It's awesome. He's got such like the Tom Hanks movie energy, because he kind of has the body language of an angry man and a little leaguer at the same time.
Yeah.
It just goes back and forth.
He's got a little bounce to him.
Yeah, like the constant jumping and kind of like that like angsty like 12-year-old boy look of just like sometimes I'm like, wow. I'm into it.
Okay.
You're Inuit? Pipe down. Anything else we need to talk about?
Have you been watching North of North?
No.
It's fine.
It is?
No, it's fine that you're not watching
it. Okay. I listened to, everyone go listen to an album that you listened to when you were 13 years old or 14 years old.
Feel it.
I listened to Dashboard Confessional's album yesterday.
Sure.
And I was just like giddy. Like this, I don't think this is great music, but I know every fucking word.
Right.
And I was kind of like, ooh, bounce in my step. Listen to Chris Carrabba. So that's something.
Okay.
Boone did not like that I said Judge and Orbelli were going to homer today.
Yeah, it's a little Faux pass.
Yeah, it is Faux pass. I knocked that was double knocking.
You're knocking.
I knocked too.
Fuck that, dude. You know?
Will Warren and Rodon.
Warren. Fuck. Do these Guardians swing? Can I look at that real quick?
You can look at that real quick.
Look at that real quick.
Do these Guardians swing?
Because if these Guardians don't swing, we's in trouble. So how do I do that? Baseball Savant team Guardians batting. That's what I'll Google search. And that brings me to Baseball Savant page about the Guardians. Plate discipline. Got it.
Okay.
Zone swing percentage. They are just above average, so they swing when the ball's in the zone. Chase percentage, they are just below average. Who's going to chase? Rokia will chase, but he just broke his fingers. Jonathan Rodriguez, Angel Martinez. Nowensky will chase. Noel Joan Kenzie. Not really, man.
Good. A lot of double plays.
Yeah.
Throw that good pitch.
Throw that good pitch. Bullpen's taxed.
They got reset a little bit the last 2 days.
What's the budget? I'm worried about this game tonight. I know you were worried about the whole series. I have faith in Rodon because he overcame giant obstacles like slip balls. Okay, yeah. So everyone's fresh.
Yeah. So we're
Okay,
good.
so Tim Hill, Hamilton.
How about a little pitching path to victory? Warren for 4.
If that. Hamilton and Tim Hill will combine for 3 innings if needed.
Okay.
So that's 7.
7.
But I have Warren for 3, like one time through.
Okay.
And then that would get you to 6 there. And then you go Leiter and Weaver. Those guys combine for 2+.
Okay.
Maybe Leiter, Weaver, and Cruz can combine for 3 innings too.
Or whoever they call up
Because
today.
Cruz has pitched a lot. I don't think they're going to use
Yeah.
Cruz.
I think they want to dodge Cruz.
Yeah, I don't think he's part of the plan.
I think it's, just a casual Warren to Hill to Hamilton to Leiter to Weaver to Williams.
Why start Warren?
Just a rest. It's. I need 4, Will. We've really moved the bar.
4 and how many runs? 4 innings pitched.
4 and 4.
4 and 4?
That's him.
Or would you rather take 3 and 2?
Him and Carrasco are in and out pitchers.
Honest question.
Right. With the off day coming up at 3 and 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you 4. I'm going to give you 3 options.
Oh.
Would you rather 4 innings pitched, 3 earned runs from Will Warren? 3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. 0 innings pitched, 0 earned runs.
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Currently, the bar that him and Cookie have is the 4x4.
Off day Monday.
Off day Thursday.
Give me 3 and 2.
Okay.
4 and 3s are all right, but the bullpen has to be perfect.
Right.
And this Guardians team is good. That's the show. Thank you guys. See you later. Go Yanks. Bye.
Go Yankees.